Well, folks, I guess it's kind of ironic. Last week, BET began circulating a new trailer showcasing that, hey, we haven't forgotten. Tyler Perry's The Oval is coming back next month on November 4th. And then here we are a week later. And we finally have some news from Tyler Perry's team regarding the Derek Dixon allegations. And yeah, honestly, I wouldn't cover this, but I woke up this morning and a bunch of people forwarded me a link from like US Weekly and People. So this is a topic from credible sources. And it's not going to be long because the article mainly recaps the events of early June, or was it mid-June 2025 when this whole thing first came out. So Tyler Perry says assault accuser Derek Dixon needs help and is exploiting their friendship and professional relationship. Perry's legal team claimed in a new filing that these allegations are profoundly disappointing, cynical, and most of all, false. So he's basically saying that Dixon falsified these claims against him, and these are court documents obtained by People. These documents were filed with the U.S. District Court Central Division of California back on October 1st. Dang. So basically 2 weeks ago. And from there, the article goes into, quid pro quo, harassment, assault, battery, emotional distress, retaliation, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, $260 million in damages. And according to Perry's legal team, Dixon's accusations and the lawsuit rely on Hollywood stereotypes and the bad acts of others. And Dixon distorted Mr. Perry's acts of platonic friendship and professional mentorship into something sinister in order to make it a cash grab. He invented alleged assaults and encounter that never happened. Mr. Perry never did anything to this man or committed any sexual battery. He did not offer Dixon pay raises, and he shot Dixon's television pilot script to threaten, coerce, or control him. What was that show called? Self-Control? I forgot the name of it. Basically, it was a Dixon script, and, Perry allegedly offered to film the pilot for it and shop it around. From there, the file states that it is notable that in his effort to exploit Perry's friendship and his professional relationship with him, he was forced to lie not only about Perry, but himself too. Okay, Perry's team ain't playing around. Dixon's greed is... Wow. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of cook with this. They basically, in layman's terms, this is a effing lie. Perry looks forward to refuting each and every false accusation in court. All right, so basically this is going to court, and Perry's going to counter every single one of the charges. And this could be, I don't know, a Michael Jackson thing where it's like, when it's all said and done, they'll read off every allegation and then declare if he's innocent or guilty. So Perry's team then goes on to say Dixon did not file this lawsuit because of anything Mr. Perry did. They claim that he took the legal action because Perry was not able to sell Dixon's television pilot to Netflix per the filing. Whoa. This is a new layer. From there, they argue that not only is this lawsuit of frivolous lies, but Dixon filed the lawsuit in the wrong state. He filed in California, but Perry's team said that his claim should have been filed in Georgia, where production was filmed. I didn't know that was a thing. Look, I'm no legal expert. I know a little something, but I guess it makes sense because each state most likely has different rules and regulations. So if I got in a car accident in Georgia, I wouldn't file a case in Virginia where I live. Okay, all right, I guess that makes sense. So from there, it turns out that previously the case was moved from LA to a California federal court. And they basically call out Dixon for his false accusations and actions that it's clear this man needs help, but he cannot find it in his court. Although Dixon alleges that he was a victim of, inappropriate misconduct, he had no problem taking a role on season 2 of The Oval. Now, like I said, since the beginning of this story broke out, I am not trying to victim shame. This doesn't just go for Derek Dixon. This goes for man, woman, or whoever in the industry has come forward and claimed to be a victim of inappropriate conduct from a fellow actor, co-worker, manager, producer, whatever the case may be. If someone makes you uncomfortable, if someone presents themselves to you in a manner that is inappropriate and unwarranted, and it is clear they want to do things to you or with you, and you're like, you know what, this ain't for me, why would you keep coming back? I think that I got to read that again. Although Dixon alleges that he was a victim of inappropriate misconduct, he had no problem taking a role on season 2 of The Oval. Not only that, it's like you didn't have a problem taking the role, and you probably didn't have a problem when you received those checks or direct deposits and they cashed. So based on Perry's team's paperwork, because of Dixon's script for that pilot apparently not getting picked up by Netflix, that's why he's filing this lawsuit. Which, look, Dixon, if, and I use a huge if because I do not know, if it turns out this is all just fabrication, what was the point? What was the point? Because if Perry promised, to film, produce, and pitch this to Netflix, and it didn't work out, okay, yeah, that's a bummer, but why not just keep working on The Oval? Under the assumption none of his allegations are true. That's like, hey, Jeremy, we love what you do on YouTube, and we want to offer you like a deal where, we'll pay you and review the shows you don't review. Like, we really need to hype up assisted living or, all these other shows that aren't on your current, watch list. And it's like, if you do it and you do a good job, maybe I'll put you on as a writer on a Have and Have Not reboot. What? Okay, this is great. So then I, do my thing where I review assisted living or I review Beauty in Black or whatever. And maybe a year or so later, they're like, hey, so that reboot thing, we decided to go in a different direction. So unfortunately, you can't be a writer on it. Wait, what? And then I decide I'm going to file a lawsuit. And it's like, I've never met Mr. Perry. All correspondence has been through email or phone calls. No raunchy text or anything questionable. Just all professional. So what? Because I'm butthurt. Okay, maybe that's not the right phrase for this video. I'm in my feelings because he promised me I'd be a writer. But it's like, well, he promised specifically on a Haves and Have-Nots reboot, but nobody wanted to pick it up, which I would highly doubt anyone would deny a reboot or continuation of that show. But for the sake of this example, let's just say that's how it is. But it's like, okay, well, I wasted my time reviewing these shows I don't want to watch. Well, even if the videos didn't do super well, I still got paid. I would be mad, but at the same time, it's like, well, you know what? I think I made more money from Tyler Perry Studios reviewing these shows. And maybe another opportunity will show up for me to, write on something else. Huh. All right. So from there, Dixon's attorney issued a statement in response to Tyler Perry's team back on yesterday, October 13th. Perry's filings provide no evidence to prove that the text messages are fabricated. Our complaint includes text messages where he made inappropriate remarks to Mr. Dixon, question him about his sexual life, and dangle professional opportunities based on those interactions. No employer has the right to manipulate or threaten an employee's livelihood based on sexual expectations. We are certain that we will be able to prove to a jury that harassment, assault, and battery absolutely happened. I'm convinced that Mr. Dixon is not the only one, and that soon others will be sharing stories about Mr. Perry. I'm going to be completely honest here. I was thinking the same thing back in June. Not that this was an absolute truth, but man, in today's world, like if one person comes forward, even if it's a Jane or John Doe, and a Puffy or a Cosby or Weinstein or this person or that person, if they become a trending topic, next thing you know, 30 more people come, then 50, and then it's just a whole thing. However, Tyler Perry, you had Derek Dixon come forward with his name and everything. With his name, he was not hiding. Yet no one else has come except for that one, and this was just like quietly swept under the rug. I can't place the actor's name, but he was in like 1 or 2 episodes of The Oval as a Rakadouchi soldier, and he claimed something very similar to Dixon. And wasn't there another person that claimed that Tyler's right-hand man at the studio, is it Mark Swinton? I think it did something like that too. I don't know. But either way, this has not been the waterfall of allegations from other people. But the Dixon's team goes on to say, my client is not intimidated by wealth, influence, or the celebrity status of Mr. Perry. No one is above the law. We are committed to holding him accountable to the full extent of the law. So from there, that is pretty much everything that this article has to say. I will leave a link in the comment section below so you can check it out for yourself. And as more information comes through the pipeline, I will fill you in. And please do not hesitate. If you come across any article, videos, or whatnot, send them my way. As I always say, if you go down to that description box right beneath the video, you'll see links to everything: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all that good stuff. Feel free to hit me up, and I will get to your message as soon as I can. And like I've been saying ever since this story broke several months ago, I don't know what the truth is. I don't know these people. I just hope that whatever happens, that the truth is brought to light and justice prevails. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how things unfold. But feel free to comment your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll catch you all in the next video.